Have you recently decided to relocate and Colorado is one of the states on that bucket list that you want to live? Maybe we're going up against Seattle, Washington, or Austin, Texas. Denver, Colorado has some beautiful, beautiful suburbs. We're gonna talk about Louisville, and Thornton in this video. One of my realtor business partners, Miss Katie Zarumsky, is gonna come right up. She's gonna dive in to some of the nitty-gritty details that gives you a little bit of more information about these two fantastic Denver suburbs. What's going on, family? It's Bob the Baker here, always delivering a free good mortgage experience right here in beautiful Colorado. If this is the first time to the channel and you wanna know everything about living, eating, playing, and chilling here in Denver, we're also gonna help you master your money, build your wealth so you can live with less stress to get out and enjoy all of our great sunny days. I invite you to subscribe, hit the bell, and like this video so we can see each other on a weekly basis when we drop a new video. My team and I get calls from folks each and every single day moving to the Mile High City. So if you're thinking about moving or relocating anywhere here in Colorado, shoot us a call, text, or an email, however you wanna get a hold of us. We've got your back when getting a mortgage and moving here to Colorado.
All right, thank you, Bob. Yep, I am here today to tell you guys about two very up and coming Denver suburbs. So let's take a look first at Louisville or Louisville, depending on where you're coming from. Now, if you've heard about this place, it's probably because it got voted one of the #1 places to live, not only in Colorado, but the country. How cool is that? And it's right here in Colorado. Now, some of the pros about living out there, it's got a great housing market right now. It is booming. It's wonderful for young families, especially with their school systems. It's got one of the best school systems in the country. And on top of that, you're right next to a ton of really amazing hiking trails and outdoor activities. So now some of the downsides that our clients have found that we've noticed is that the commute's kind of rough. If you have to go to Denver, it's not that it's far, it's just slow. If you're living in Louisville and you're going all the way to Denver for work, be prepared to double that commute, sometimes even triple, guys. It's a long drive in and nobody really knows why. There just always seems to be construction, an accident, or a lane closure, as some locals may say, for no reason. With as fast as Louisville's growing too, it means that the career opportunities out there are abundant, but there are a lot of applicants. So make sure that your application stands out, or like I said, you're ready and prepared to commute, because there are a lot of applicants competing for one job. So let's zip right on over to Thornton. Now, a lot of our clients we found when they start doing research on their own, it doesn't become one of their favorite places they want to go take a look at. With it being so close to the airport, the constant construction, and the constant new builds, they're really not finding too many houses. But hang on, let me tell you why. If you talk with me and Bob, we can tell you exactly why Thornton is one of the best places that you should be looking into. So Thornton is rapidly becoming one of the hidden gems of Denver. And here's why. Because with all that construction that's going on and with all that new builds, it means that there's tons of new houses coming up for you guys. They're rebuilding communities, they're redoing schools, and there's an abundance of new builders that have flooded, taken over all the open space, which means you can be one of the first ones in to customize your new home. Even though the school system in Thornton right now is a little shaky, they're rebuilding everything. So you're switching school rates for growth rate, which means the more people that come in and all these new schools that they're building, it's just gonna keep going up. Get in on that right now. Now, I know I also said that a lot of people found being so close to the airport as a con, and yes, depending on where you're at, you're only about 30 or 45 minutes away. But hey, if you have to travel a lot for work, ideal spot for you. And it's a great way if you're looking for those vacations throughout the year, jump right down on the highway and hop on a plane. Plus, another perk, you're only about a half an hour to 45 minutes away from the closest ski resort, which means you can take a half day, go hit the slopes, be back in time for dinner, and you don't have to have a hotel reservation. Now that sounds ideal to me.
All right. That is correct, folks. Not everything is all sunshines and rainbows when you're thinking about moving and relocating to Colorado. There are some cons, but again, as Katie mentioned, if you can kind of get past a little bit of that negativity, possibly in regard to the school systems, regarding that growth factor for Thornton, really you could set yourself up for some huge equity growth in your property, because obviously as we see families and people moving to certain locations here in the Denver metro, things just seem to be getting better in my opinion. I've been here for a decade, and if you saw where I lived and where I bought my house 7 years ago, you would have been like, dude, you're freaking crazy. So in regard to that, we bought in a really up and coming neighborhood. Our neighbors happened to be meth dealers. We had some drive-bys, but guess what? We bought our house for $430,000, and we are in process of listing it right now for $1 million about 7 years later. So as Katie mentioned, there are some pros and cons no matter where you end up living, whether it's Colorado, New York, Florida, wherever. You're gonna have pros and cons of life in general. So if you're thinking about moving and relocating to Colorado, definitely give our channel a little bit more of a view, because we do have a lot of information that could be beneficial. And when you're ready to make that move, go ahead, check out the description in below. We have all sorts of information, phone numbers, ways to contact us. It makes it real simple. All right. The time is now. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, and leave a comment. Share this video as well. When you're ready to get your mortgage financing squared away and or moving and relocating right here to the beautiful Denver, Colorado area, we've got your back. Go ahead, shoot us a call, text, even that email, however you want to get a hold of us. Again, we have your back. In addition to that, go ahead, watch one of these other videos right now, snoop around the channel, and we'll see you again when we drop that next one. Take care.